Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Gracefall. Has it been a minute? Probably. But for you at home, 60 months? L? That's almost a year. Or an
almost
hour.
A year.
It's almost an hour of super
That's
strength.
an hour.
If you take Miraculo or Miraclo. Which one is it? Hi, everybody.
You made that up. You made that up.
I definitely didn't.
Someone made it up.
Someone made it up. It was probably Gardner Fox or something, but...
Yeah. They did it in under an hour is why that is what it's called.
The 50s were a more innocent time.
Yeah.
I didn't spit my drink out just now. I'm proud of me.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Gracefall. It's been several months, but in game time, it's only been 15 minutes. So let's do a big what has happened. So they found the moon, right? It got industrialized. Years and years of industrialization, right? They decided, oh no, we've used it all up. We're going to launch a spaceship full of people at the planet below. They do that. They fought some moss dinosaurs, and they found a super-powered nuclear substance called residuum. They found a titan. They found lots of stuff. They made a person named Cork.
I feel like they are doing a lot of heavy lifting with that one.
What's that?
Mostly.
Claire committed several atrocities.
A small handful of human rights violations. It's fine.
Just a couple. Who hasn't broken the Geneva Convention, if we are all being honest? Wow, okay, some people are bragging, I guess.
Like the Geneva Conventions, you have to have them. Show me Wyan Yoth's human rights
Think
constitution.
about it. You gotta wake up pretty early in the morning to trick Claire into committing a war crime that she definitely did, and it's your fault, I think, is what she's saying. Don't even worry about it.
Work is more of a life crime than a war crime. It's the opposite.
Since when has Claire been beholden to a contract this entire campaign?
I think that's what we've learned, is that
You
don't
just
try
wrote
and
in all
contact
caps
Claire.
in chat. Dink.
Claire doesn't work for us. We really got to talk about that contract, Claire.
So
She's not gonna say it.
We're never gonna talk about it.
So the party has met various indigenous life forms, creatures, Queen Zaps, Frostbite the Ice Beaver, a cult
Also
of
really
moths, those big hill snails.
Also real good.
Various other nice things that, as I said, the moss dinosaur, a danger glade. Then it turns out that Issa's lawyers got murdered, right? Everybody following me so far?
Uh-huh.
That made everybody mad at me for unclear reasons.
I think they were very clear reasons.
Debatable. Sustained.
They got sent to the Dan's office, Dread Realm.
Then they went back to the planet. They committed some hijinks. They set a building on fire. It turns out that Elon Musk, Hugo Greene, might also be Alistair Scrimp, a.k.a. Ebenezer Scrooge, if he learned no lessons. It turns out that, and maybe he's trying to summon Mammon to this material plane to eat everyone's souls greedily. Anyway.
And if we were not clear, all resemblance living to any creatures living or dead is purely coincidental.
I'm pretty sure Christmas Carol's public domain.
Well, it's not.
And if not, it's intellectually distinct. They said a bunch of the other thing, the other crime is
Please continue to.
Claire's existence may be a crime against nature, allegedly. But the bigger crime is stealing that intellectual property to put your fractured soul into a bunch of Warforged bodies, which Hugo Greene has done until they blew up a warehouse of Hugo Greene's Duplo corpses. And And then we cut to, they've stolen a drop jammer, none of them can fly, and are currently circling the planet. So I heard talk of Claire has spells now she has plans for, which is not at all alarming given her track record.
It's very reassuring.
Don't look at the 5th level wizard spells. Don't worry about it.
I didn't even, but Steel Wind Strike is one of the banes of my existence. So there were many things floated as being potential options last time. Issa's plan, I believe, was let's just leave. We have a spaceship now. Let's go back to space, and presumably the planet. But Claire had a bunch of whole schemes about forcing Hugo Greene to make it look like he says things. You all... Wynne is a giant bird right now.
Yeah.
And is with Rick and Dust, who's being very helpful. So
he's doing his best.
That's where we're at right now. If you all want to go back to the planet, it's done. And we'll move there. If Claire wanted to do some things before... If anybody wants to do things before you leave, do it. But the floor is open. That's the end of the recap. Does anybody have any questions?
Before we leave, or if we're going to leave, in an uncharacteristic moment of openness and honesty for Claire, she will fully tell them what her intentions are with Hugo Greene eventually, which is that she wants to make contact with him or one of his little body doubles, something that looks like Hugo Greene, and then just broadcast his image everywhere, saying things like he's going to honor the union's contracts, he's going to provide healthcare for, like, top-of-the-line healthcare for all of his employees. He's going to pull a full Eli Lilly, if you guys remember that incident from when the verification system on Twitter first got fucked up. Which will never not be one of the funniest moments in this timeline. And then also, she wants to start a legal case against Hugo Greene. So we did go to the college on Wyan Yoth, and I think at some point Claire, when she visited, would have... she got her old hand back.
Right. Yep. She terrified some freshmen to get her hand back, yes.
She got her hand back. It's missing a couple of fingers, but she got it back. I think she also would have gathered any materials that, any plans that she wrote up when she did her, or like concocted her original plan. And she's going to start basically a legal case against Hugo Greene saying, this was my intellectual property. You copied this. I'll see you in court, motherfucker.
Okay, yeah. You definitely could have done that. Sorry, these are distracting. I forgot how funny they are.
I'm surprised you managed to find them so quickly.
I have not been in this office in a while, so a lot of things have not moved on my desk, which is good. Okay. So yeah, you absolutely could have, and actually, yes, because you had, as I skipped this in the recap, but you had resurrected Issa's lawyers, and they have to recuperate because they were dead for too long, so it resurrecting them weakens them, but that they were going to build a case on your behalf, and also you murdered me, we're pretty sure, via train accident.
That's a very good reason to sue someone, in my opinion.
So they can be working on your case on your behalf here. So
murder trials have to be wild in a universe where you can just bring people back to life.
Yeah, like you just be like, all right, come back. Yeah, he fucking did it.
I call my first witness the victim.
Yeah, you don't even like. There's even speak with dead. You don't even need him to come back all the way.
Who killed
Anyway,
that corpse could be lying.
Motherfucker!
Yeah.
Police
Circumstantial.
lineups get real
No, 'cause
weird.
but the speak with dead, they can't lie. The corpse has to answer truthfully. That's even better than resurrecting them.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Yeah, it's like superhero. Like, how does superhero law work? Fascinating. Okay. Claire has said that to you all. What do you do in response?
We can stay here, and I can do it to the next one we encounter, or we can go back to the planet, and we can wait for them to send another one down. Doesn't matter to me.
Issa is going to be too currently emotionally spent to make decisions. She is lying on a puddle in the floor of the hold of the ship.
I guess while patting Issa's shoulder, very pat, Wynne will be like, I mean, I guess we can go back to the planet. I guess we have more resources there to deal with things.
We're going to have to write a Declaration of Independence.
I mean, I thought we already had a Bill of Rights, but I'm not too good with politics. This is kind of out of my wheelhouse right now.
I think a Declaration of
Yes,
Independence
yes.
would only be necessary if our colony intended to secede from the moon.
Are we seceding from the moon?
We can. Though I think they would nuke us.
We should probably hold a vote at the very least.
I think we should take Issa back to the planet.
I think we should take Issa back to the planet.
I'm going to secede from the moon is one of my new favorite phrases, everyone. Thank you.
I need that as a
Issa,
bumper sticker.
You okay to walk, Issa? I can carry you, but I get the feeling you would probably find that a bit demeaning.
Shouldn't you be flying the ship?
Someone should be flying the ship.
I can do two things at once.
I don't think you want me flying the ship.
Don't want Claire flying the ship?
I'm the least bad at this.
Correct.
Correct.
I just got my license, my G license in real life a couple days ago.
What's G good for?
Driver's license?
Yeah.
I actually don't remember. Okay, G I think means general. There's also an M, which means motorcycle.
Okay, we have
Ontario's licensing system's a bit weird. There's levels to it. There's G1, which is a learner's permit. G2, which is an almost license. Then G, which is a license.
Oh, okay.
Anyways.
Okay. So, you all... Oh, wrong window. You all fly back. Begin to fly back to the planet below. Can everyone roll?
Where are my dice?
D100s for me, please.
100s.
That's a new one.
I'm concerned.
72.
I mean, I was probably going to be concerned no matter what he asked me to roll, but I'm concerned.
Okay. I pulled up a dice roller. I wanted to make sure it worked. I got it. 72.
79.
Nice. Okay, sorry. 79. Let me write that down.
31.
Hold a 50 and a 0. What does that mean?
It means
Wait,
50.
what?
50?
Ah. Okay.
Yes, it means 50. Yes. Thank you. I was like, wait, what? Yeah, 50. Yep.
500.
Yeah, I rolled a 500.
That's the best
That's
you
how
could
that
do.
works.
Supernatural percentage.
79, 31, 50. Dan, what did you get? Sorry.
72.
72. Ooh. Okay, let's see. So,
Got the lowest. How bad is this?
oh, I didn't think this through. Now I gotta count. Okay, hold on.
This is a true horror of an RPG.
I know I had to
Oh
do.
no,
I
math!
had to do math.
Who could have seen this coming?
Okay, that's good. Okay, so. And my pen's
Second
running
most
out.
difficult encounter beyond scheduling.
I had to do math all day at work today too. Okay, let's see. Pen, here we go. Okay. Cool. And... okay, perfect. Okay. So, as you begin to re-enter the atmosphere, oh, I missed a lot in chat. Okay. As you begin to re-enter the atmosphere, the turbulence is incredibly rough, way rougher than when you came to the planet the first time and you were attacked by a giant bird. So the turbulence is super rough. As soon as you get kind of within, like, basically atmospheric range, the radio buzzes to life, and like a bunch of disparate signals are trying to hail you on the radio.
Hi there, you've got 102.5 The Clang.
Not the bell.
Hi there, you've got 102.5 The Bell. You're our first call.
Help.
I thought I deleted this setting back in university, but apparently it's still there.
Canonically, this means canonically, Clangley was, of course, a late night radio college DJ. Playing weird synth music or something.
No, like, what do you mean allegedly? Or like,
No,
no,
I'm saying this
Second-
is canonically. You've said this is canon.
canon.
This means this is the second character you've played on this channel that has been a radio announcer.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, it is. It is. Maybe the third. You don't know what Core got up to on his off
That's
days.
fair.
Or Vinny.
I mean, he retired from adventuring. I'm sure he's had plenty of time to invent radio.
Tarbeck was a beach bum. I thought we established that.
Right, yeah. No, I remember now.
Or a
That's my
volcano beach bum, because he was like
Volcano
surfing on lava.
That one is my favorite, I think.
Here's a photo of Tarbeck with hair, Cod just staring at it.
Just kind of blends into one because of his chest hair and his beard hair. It's just. Anyways, we're reminiscing because we haven't been here in a while. But what does happen when Clangley answers the radio?
Yeah, distress. Like 4 distress calls all at once.
Can we tell where they're coming from?
One of them is coming from the main camp. The other ones are coming from different coordinates. You know, there are no established camps at.
I think we should start with the main camp.
Oh.
Okay, that's...
So there's
Yep.
New Spice City is main camp as a reminder. Oh wait,
Of course, how could we forget New Spice City?
Yeah.
Great name.
The other one is coming from, you would say, let's see, pretty much due north of New Spice City, in a region you have not explored yet. And then the other one is far to the southeast.
Like Fredonia or what?
No, like way, like other side of the planet.
Oh,
Gotcha.
wow.
Oh,
That one is a load of not our problem right now.
it might be about to be our problem very quickly.
Might be our
Yeah.
problem.
How long has this trip been in total?
5 days. I think even
Okay.
that. I think even that might be stretching it. Y'all did a lot in a little.
I was gonna say, did we stop for drive
I-
through? But our party doesn't even.
I
eat.
just meant the trip from the moon back to the planet.
That's. I don't know if I've established how far it is. It's 2 days, based on orbit currently.
So long and no. We won't. Some of us are too busy flying to have a long rest in there.
I think
What
Clangley
happens
just
when we
hooks
answer
himself up at one point.
What happens when we answer the distress call from the main camp?
From the main camp? Okay. So eventually you kind of cutting through the chatter, plugging, Issa can, tune the radio, plug it in, centers in, clicks on it. The crystal buzzes to life and is just humming and it's like bright yellow. It's Commander Crawford just listing just like it's like a repeated message from Commander Crawford, like it's SOS, teleportation mishap, lost crew, attempting to establish contact with, and then lists missing crew members.
Oh boy!
And
Any named NPCs on there?
Oh yeah, named NPCs. Yeah, let me hold on. Who's missing?
Oh no!
Let's see. Well, she knows Dust
Not
is with
Lori,
you.
Shirley, and Joe.
Let's see.
Not old man Mr. MacGuffin.
Oh, is Fred gone? Did he do something again?
Gris, Gloom, Nick, Cora, Vondra, Even Breath, Echo. Did I say Bits? And Bits.
Bits is gone?
Bits is
oh,
gone.
no.
Bits.
So, who knows what that means? Am I right?
Isabel just
Bits.
reflectively just.
Not Echo.
We left him in charge.
I told him to cause chaos.
That was your first mistake.
That was my third most important orphan confidant.
I've been here the whole time. Oh, my voice isn't still here, so I can't do the goblin voice.
I thought, wait, is Bits with us?
No, Bits is
No.
not with you. Bits was left behind. No, the only people you have with you are Rick and Dust. And Dust
Yeah.
was unintentional. You meant to bring Rick. Rick's
I didn't think he
useful.
was with us.
Can we get through to Commander Crawford?
Yeah, so if you like hit the respond button, you can tell that that's like a looped recording.
No, I'm.
And she'll
Hello?
like kind of like pick up the microphone like,
I don't.
hello?
And I think we're losing Dan.
I think Dan's
Oh,
freezing.
Dan? Oh, sorry.
He stopped moving.
Oops, wrong button.
Still those party members and then we lost Dan.
Oh, no.
No teleportation accident.
Hi there. I'm going to have to do without video for the rest of the session.
Okay.
Okay.
Can you hear us okay, though?
I can hear you just fine.
Okay.
It's just I need an excuse to take my pants off. I mean, the internet's not working.
You can do whatever you want. No feet, though, apparently, according to Twitch.
Yeah, no feet.
No feet.
What about
No feet.
artistic nudity? What was that rule again?
They walked that back so fast.
We're catching up on a lot of like pop cultural events, guys.
Okay. So, Yep, they walked that back real fast in chat. Okay. Pardon me. Commander Crawford respond. Hello?
Hi there. Is my sound quality okay, by the way?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
We can hear and understand you, and that is the important part.
cool.
Hello?
Yeah. Hi.
Is
What's
everything
what's
all
going
right?
on?
Wynne?
Yeah.
I mean, Commander, is everything okay? I have
No.
an echo.
It sounds
Yeah.
like everything is most decidedly not okay,
Okay.
Clangley.
What do you need? Where do we need to land? Who do we need to rescue?
I keep getting crackle between any other attempted contact with people. I don't know if you can cut through interference at that altitude if you're flying in. Who's flying?
I'm flying. Hello.
Because
Clangley.
we have all the pilots. No, wait. What happened to Dalton?
Dalton is dead to us now. Not literally yet, but to us, definitely.
Dalton is a traitor.
Right. Right.
I don't know. I don't know if that's something we should have seen coming, but I regret not seeing it coming. He didn't seem like he wasn't oozing traitor energy. He just kind of did it.
You kind of hear
No,
like
he seemed trustworthy.
you kind of hear the microphone hit the ground like, whoa. Like, not hit the ground, but hit the table like, yeah. We should, yeah. Anyway, she says there was some sort of big energy surge, residuum reacted with a bunch of people. I'm hoping, teleported them to other parts of the planet. I'm hoping they didn't just get atomized. I don't actually know.
We're
We're getting three other distress signals from different points on the planet. It's possible that could be them.
Okay, there's about she says total about 20 people went missing from the camp.
That's a lot of people.
Do you have any word about what happened with the Titan?
Wait, as far as I know, Ven's still down there guarding it. We haven't gone back in because we don't want to. That's what we were told, right?
Wise.
Yes.
Yeah, fair.
I wonder... We had those travelers make that smaller. What were they?
Oh, the bug people?
The bug people. Zivans? Was that it?
We had the what now?
What those
It was
weird?
that smaller portal of weird planar astronauts that showed up for a half second.
Yeah, yes. Sorry. Sorry, I was like, you encountered shrinking bug people? I don't remember that. No, yes, it's the Zivans, the astronauts who were you don't even know how many limbs we have kind of thing. Yeah.
You don't even know.
You don't even know. Yeah, they have yes, there was a portal I believe you closed and kicked them off.
Might have something to do with them because... Where were those signals triangulating from again?
So...
I would like to give Commander Crawford that information.
Sure, so, if on a grid map, you'd say the coordinates were 7931, and that's north and west, and then south 50, east 72. So about due north of New Spice City, and far to the south and east on the other corner of the planet, basically. Which I'm going to mark right now. No, that's not.
Eventually.
Let me do a little crash. Can I find a crash? Crash.
If we give those coordinates, it might be possible with the people she has, to do some sort of rescue for the closer party. Have us go towards the farther one. if we want to do that right away instead of land first.
That's what I was thinking, but it's like, do we have enough fuel to get from, like, pick everybody up and then sort of take off and head back to the main camp?
Do we?
No.
Oh no.
Okay, so we have to go back to the main camp first.
Yeah.
Unless we find a big pocket of residuum at wherever we're going.
That does
That's
sound
not
like something that would happen, but
unheard of. Like, Issabel's there, and she could probably make something work without all of the right equipment.
Dust raises his hand.
Hi, Dust.
Hi, I can
How you
cast
doing?
I can cast Detect Residuum.
We know Dust.
oh
Thank
yeah,
you.
you're like extremely useful. I almost forgot.
He will
You're
burst into tears.
Aw.
Extremely useful in this one specific
I'll
circumstance.
take it.
We
It's a
appreciate
very
you
common
for it.
circumstance in this, and to be fair, like we've been dealing with that a lot.
Yeah.
Dear Mom, someone said I was useful today. So take that. Okay, so Commander Crawford will say there is a bunch of like clearly interference in the area. They couldn't get any drop jammer off the ground. They don't know if it would be safe to land in New Spice City currently.
Well, looks like we're landing at one of the distress signals.
We'll have to count on
What about
finding
the
residuum somewhere along the
smaller
way.
landing place, the other settlement? Is there anything from there?
She says, let's see, there's, okay, so there's, hold on, okay, there's Fredonia, 2 crashed drop jammers, the Iron Bark, and then the Hot Spring Camp. She says she doesn't know about the Hot Spring Camp just because there's no drop jammer there and they can't get anything up. So she doesn't know if the interference would extend that far or anything like that. She doesn't know if it's safe to land there.
Do we know what caused the weird energy spike? Just FYI.
She says no, but partially because you all are, you know, the expedition's expert
We're all
wizard,
the experts.
the chief engineer, the person who has the book about the planet.
Oh yeah.
So no, we don't. Bits isn't here. What that?
Bits might know. We just have to
Bits
find
might
them.
know. Tavier has some like Feywild theories that the residuum is tapping into alternate planes and is increasing planar variance and is maybe shunted these people to the Shadowfell or the Feywild. But it's odd that then they can't find a Fey or Shadow Crossing.
Can I Arcana check this?
Sure.
I feel like I should also that's
Nat 20, baby!
Oh shit.
Okay, apparently we have a planar expert for the moment.
Well, I mean,
Is that our first D20 roll back?
I believe it is.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
It's a good omen.
Okay. As the
By
planets...
the way, with my Arcana, that's a 29.
Okay. As the planet's foremost residuum expert, by the way, residuum's weird and does a lot of crazy shit. There's a couple theories. There's a couple prevailing theories. Tavier could absolutely be right. If residuum is reacting to a planar crossing, it could be pulling people towards it like a magnet. Instead of just sort of people accidentally falling into the Fey when they trip and fall into a bush or whatever like that. It's like it could be actively yanking people towards it. The Feywild's more likely than the Shadowfell, you feel like. Just because the Feywild is amplifying emotions and stuff like that. You feel like you think they'd probably have noticed other things about the Shadowfell. Like everybody would be super down and depressed. But since there's already such high emotion around the camp of like excitement and fear and wonder and stuff like that, that if that's amplified, that may go unnoticed kind of thing. So that could be it. If someone the Titan certainly could be responsible, especially if they don't like have confirmed like we're not going down there kind of thing. You feel like it's unlikely given how strongly the Titan was imprisoned that they did anything directly unless Ven let them out, but you don't think Ven would have done that. Let's see. If Fred, for instance, was trying to make a teleport gun, that definitely could have done this. That feels like a Fred move.
We left him alone for a week.
Yeah. My foot felt better, so I made a teleport gun. You ever played Portal?
Frederick, if you touch anything that isn't a cannon again while you're on this mission, I will be putting you in that cannon and firing you into the sun.
Teleport cannon, though. You just shoot a teleport.
I will be teleporting you into the sun.
But we could teleport our enemies into the sun, boss.
Oh my gosh.
That's thinking with suns.
I hate you. You're brilliant. I hate you.
Sorry. Let's see.
So one of the ads, I think they have ads on our stream. I think one of them is for bondage gear.
Lol.
What?
Is it because we haven't played in a while? I don't understand.
I think
We have
so.
no control over those, so whatever you guys get, you guys get.
Bondage gear, you said?
How do I take a... Hang on. Take a pic of this.
Welcome to Laughing Dragon Inn. Here
Yeah.
we... Yeah.
Uh,
I was going to say here we advertise bondage gear, but I don't think we want that on our record.
I'm
No.
fine with it. Well, it depends on the company, but, we don't kink shame here.
Well, I'm not trying
No.
to say that. We don't
I
advertise
just think it's
anything.
funny.
Yeah, we have no
It's
control
really
over those
funny.
advertisements.
Hashtag not spawn.
Hashtag not spawn, yeah.
Hey, if you want to, hit us up.
I'm whatever. I'll sell whatever you want. I don't know if I'm allowed to do that. Let's see.
So, is my prevailing theory that the Feywild is doing some weird shit?
Yes, you can't absolutely rule out that it's just residuum nonsense. But you feel like it's more likely Yeah, I'm trying to think of how to like if you had been here and been like messing with teleportation or something like that, or like a wizard had been, but if that's not like one of the things people were doing, and again, you can't account for Fred yet, but it would make sense to you that it has to be interacting with something that can already do that, and planar crossings are the thing. Fey and Shadowfell crossings are just the most abundant ones. So again, with your nat 20, that is your prevailing theory.
Got it.
Fey crossings.
In Claire's internal wizard Excel spreadsheet, there's a whole column for residual bullshit.
Probably its own project.
Uh-huh. It's got macros. Does the captain have a report on Fred, or does she not know where he is?
Oh, the weird one? Yeah, I tail him now. I have a tail on him.
Good.
Unfortunately, they were teleported away.
Yeah, I did hear Vondra was on that list,
Yep.
so...
I have somebody else in addition to Vondra, because I trust Vondra, but just in
Good.
case. Just in
Good.
case.
Tail on the tail.
Wheezy okay?
Oh, Wheezy's fine. I think if something tried to teleport Wheezy, she'd just fight it and would lose, and they would lose. She would just win. So Wheezy's mad, but she's
So
here.
Wheezy's okay.
Yeah.
Well, give my regards to her.
You can hear her grunt in the background, and that's like, you can tell she's like moved.
And have you heard any
That's
loud
moved,
explosions from out in the distance somewhere? Shot in the dark with that question, but
No.
have you?
No, so I don't know if
Okay.
Bits is okay.
So we don't know where Bits is.
Oh no. Oh my god, is that how we're gonna find him? Is it gonna be like signal flares, but it's just massive explosions?
Whether that's what he's intending to do is the question.
Oh, hey! I didn't see you come in.
I actually don't mind. I don't hate the idea of looking for explosions.
Okay. So, do you want to try? So 3 options: new hot spring camp, slightly closer to the north, much further to the southeast.
I think we should try the much further.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go much further too. I mean, worst thing we have to do is leave the ship and just walk back, but we can always go back and get it.
As long as we don't crash it while landing, right, Clangley?
Right.
Don't even. Don't. I'm not gonna crash. Don't worry. We're fine. We're totally fine.
Trying to see if there's any way that I can help you, but I'm not that kind of caster, so.
I can help from in the engineering room. That's about it.
You're on your own, pal. Clang.
That's my name. Don't wear it out.
The sound of ceramic hitting brass.
Basically.
Deeply unpleasant.
Okay.
If I hit
Just
Clangley just
metal
right
lob
though, it
noise.
like harmonizes.
Yeah, it's
Like
like
a
it's
nice
like well, it's a
reverb.
bell. It's like a nice bell.
I like hit his shoulder blade and I'm like, hi C.
Okay,
It's
let's
like wind chimes whenever they bump into each other.
Okay. So, Clangley, Clangley veers the ship kind of back
Do I need to
towards...
roll?
No, not yet. No, you can again, you can basically control the ship. Like, very basic movements aren't the problem. The landing is when I'm going to have you make a roll.
Fair.
So you pull around, and what do you do to attempt to locate these needles in a haystack?
Well, move closer to the distress signals first.
Mm-hmm.
Whichever. We'll start whichever one is closest to New Spice City.
No,
I thought we were gonna go to the further away one.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Okay, the further away one from
Okay.
New Spice City,
Okay.
because they're probably in the need of the most assistance.
Okay, so you pull back, attempting to hone into the distress signal. It's the typical. It's Rick will be like, okay, good. Whoever was with them had a distress beacon. The distress beacons don't let you transmit words. It's just an SOS, basically. But using the positioning of the radio, he's like, the clearer the SOS is, the closer we are. So, it's dialing into that radio. So he says it's also better if you get lower, which isn't always super safe, but you start to pull down a little bit. Can I get perception checks, please?
Nine.
11.
11.
I got a natural 20 plus 4.
Well, I was feeling good about a 17, but now I'm not.
All right, so
okay.
Someone sees the Matrix.
Okay, let's see. Okay. Natural 20. As you sorry, does everyone else hear an echo?
I think it's from
Yeah, I
Dan.
think
I
you're coming
think
through on
that's from
Dan's a little
Dan,
bit.
yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Uh,
Is it better now?
Probably.
yes. Now it's okay. Okay. So, you focus in on the distress signal. Wynne is able to kind of direct with that natural 20. Like, okay, here, it's better here, it's better here. We're good. Up ahead, you can see what looks like, as you're getting closer, the clouds are parting. They kind of, you've passed over, let's see what, because you're passing over parts of the planet you haven't actively explored yet. So you pass over a big mountain range, a bunch of rivers and lakes. This sort of, the area you're in, the area where New Space City is very wooded, swampy. It's kind of New Jersey, Maryland-ish. It's like Chesapeake Bay area. You pass over these really bright green islands that are really rocky and kind of a bunch of brush and trees, river. You start to pass over a big, giant desert with a bunch of buttes and cliffs and winding canyons, back into like this savanna kind of green area. And this is where the signal is the strongest. And right on the edge of this absolutely gargantuan lake. It's almost like an interior sea with a bunch of islands scattered throughout it. On the far end of that lake, you can see this pillar of black smoke that seems to be like almost like, it's not quite like a twister, but it is kind of like it's moving in a cohesive pattern. And that seems to be around that area is where the signal is the strongest.
I guess that's our SOS signal.
Can I Arcana check it again?
Sure.
That is a 23.
Oh, okay. You find this a little odd. This isn't like necessarily something you would immediately associate with the Feywild. But it definitely reeks of like other planar nonsense. It's almost like there's a hole and something is leaking out of it. But
The first time this has
when we
happened on this
thought-
planet.
yeah.
Just when we thought we were done with planar bullshit.
You all?
Cleaner bull.
This group is never done with planar bullshit.
Never.
Quick, which one? Roll to see who's a demigod.
Is that insight?
What do we roll for that?
No.
Is it a percentile dice again?
I think it's percentile dicey. You just have to tell me Dritz isn't your dad, and then guess what?
How Clangley has a dad.
Oh yeah, if either Clangley or Claire are the demigod, then that opens some weird questions.
Claire wasn't always this.
Got a point.
I think Clangley's dad was that incubator we were talking about pre-stream.
Yeah, I got a 66. That doesn't seem like a good sign.
No, that's. I think that's
It's
the
a
opposite
bad
of what you want.
sign.
Not just plainer bullshit, but back onto devil bullshit.
With a 23 Arcana, don't fly into it. That's for sure.
Got it.
I've survived enough tornadoes to know you don't fly into the swirling black thing.
You want to find a door frame or a big iron tub or whatever.
Quick, get into the part of the ship with no glass and cover your neck.
Yeah.
I don't have a neck.
That's good because
Yeah,
you have to
Clangley
be
and I
in
will
the
be
one part
fine,
of the
but the
ship
two
that has
squishy
glass.
Let's see. I'm trying to think what else a 23 would get you. Because I don't want to give you nothing because it's a good roll. I'm trying to think. It's definitely extra planar. You think for sure now that you can definitely see it. It's vortexular in nature. It's sucking things in. Clangley realizes that before getting too close, so does not like immediately crash into this or anything like that. But like definitely feels a pull in the controls, so compensates and flies a safe distance away. Looking at the way it's reacting and looking at how everything you've ever experimented on with Residuum is reacting, you think this is definitely Residuum based in nature. There's some sort of fault of Residuum here. Something has sparked a Residuum like ley line or something like that.
Do I have anything from my experiments that could negate this?
Roll for giant planar cork.
No,
Cork the object, not
cork-
the person.
They're still back there, I think. They weren't listed.
They're having a crisis. They're fine.
Their natural state. I'd be more worried if they weren't.
Same,
Do
honestly.
you have anything that you think could stop this? I don't know. There's no like quick solution to this.
Okay.
This may not be solutionable. This might be a rescue mission more than a quick. We got to stop this portal from leaking.
We're doing a rescue mission.
It's ooze.
Damn it, Ivan.
Rescue mission time.
So we're landing. Gonna go save our people.
Rescue mission.
Let's do.
Okay.
That just means we have to land.
Yeah.
Where would you like to land?
In a nice, safe bed of flowers, please.
Okay. Clangley, can I get just a flat D20 roll?
Can I help?
Yes. Flat D20 with advantage.
That's 7.
With advantage?
Yeah. Yeah, I got a 4 on my first one and 7 on my second one.
That silence was deafening.
I was afraid you were
Can I
muted.
use my inspiration? I think I have like 40 of those.
Can you use one of mine? I have 12 of them.
If you would like to try and use an inspiration, you may.
Okay. No, that's a 6.
Stop rolling badly. Well, you
That
rolled
dice
a
goes
that
to
dice
jail
has to go
now.
to dice jail.
Are we doing Baldur's Gate rules where I can just keep using inspirations, or is it just one and done?
You've already rolled twice with advantage. I think that's 2 and done.
I think you just
Yeah.
you land the ship
I
badly.
think we're going to need a new drop jammer.
Failure drives stories forward.
Okay, well, I got a 7.
Into the
Yeah.
windshield screen.
Right. Look,
Drives it straight into the dirt.
as established, flying spaceships is hard. As you get closer, even, Issa, you're up in the cockpit helping, and then you hear
I'd
the engine just make,
Probably down in the engine room.
right. Well, you're down in the engine room. You hear the engine just make this awful noise, and Clangley's not doing anything wrong, but you can see the residuum core just from top to bottom turns black.
Oh.
Oh,
And it just looks like all the energy is drained from it. Because
Oh no.
Wyan Yoth residuum is super conductive. So, you were able to make multiple trips back and forth without draining the battery significantly. The battery has become drained significantly.
Oh no.
So Clangley is now. I don't know. I don't remember the last time I showed everyone what a drop jammer looks like on stream. They're not aerodynamic.
no, they're
Why
bricks.
aren't
They're like
aerodynamic?
helicopters, basically. Like they're like big old brick-looking things.
Clangley, we're out of arcane energy. We are going on mechanical and combustive only. We are landing now.
Okay.
Look, I'm a very talented artist. They look like that. They're
Yep.
like submarines.
Why?
Why? Because that's how they fly.
They're designed for cargo and transit,
Yep.
not for being pretty, sleek crafts.
I do take commissions, everyone. Just a heads up.
Okay, so Clangley's gonna try and land basically a car that is turned off. This is just fucking
Yes.
turned off.
You are landing a brick.
Soup says it's a gummy ship. Yeah. Pretty much.
Except a lot less
Does
soft.
it just like, kind of go towards the ground?
Yeah, it's gravity's doing a lot of the work. Because again, it's not like it's got flaps or wings or anything like that where if you pull on flaps it'll do anything. Clangley's pulling up and it does nothing. So just kind of plummeting to the
I
ground.
eject the landing gear or something.
Right. So you pulling all the switches and stuff. Dust is screaming.
I'm sincerely hoping
Someone put a
that we will
seatbelt
just,
on
like,
Dust.
Yeah, Rick basically like pins him to a seat with one of his canes and like locks it in position. It's just like that is for your own good. And then tries to go down and help Issa, looks at the engine and just goes, "Fuck!"
Right?
I didn't even know those could just turn off like that.
They're not supposed to.
Neither did the person who designs it, which is not, if that's
not a
any
good sign.
reassurance.
That voice has never come out of Clangley's mouth before.
So, you slam just a giant scar into that pretty field of flowers that Wynne asked you to land in. Just
Aw.
hitting dirt everywhere, rocks, boulders, buried. Like,
I think I just drove a species of tulip into extinction.
and luckily, as established, these things are bricks, which means you're all fine. It's one big crumple spot. So it crumples and you're okay. The drop jammer is for sure unflyable.
Great. Excellent. Fantastic.
It's funny in the interim. In the interim period, I actually did a really bad car accident. This is bringing back some memories.
Sorry.
Aww.
I'll stop describing it then.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's far enough away that it's kind of funny.
But yeah, there's a big old wreck. Everyone's fine. The most important thing. Ship's for sure unflyable. You're probably kind of getting your bearings. 10, 15 miles from the big old pillar of negativity.
What was our insurance plan on this?
Do you believe the company would offer us insurance?
Yes,
I
they
have
have
the
to.
mending trip.
You know what? I after it came out of my mouth, I realized they probably did not.
We just wrecked the one ship that was not company property.
Claire is just like going around the ship, like casting the mending cantrip in like 1 foot intervals. Just. Mm, mm, mm.
This is just looking at Claire, just like, bless her, she's trying, and is just going through what is salvageable on the ship.
This is her second shipwreck. She handles it her own way.
Clangley just feels really bad, like he just messed up real bad.
Hey, to be fair, that wasn't your fault. The engine literally blacked out.
You've all crashed, and Gust, like the saddest, like airbag deploying way too late. You can hear him say the verbal component for Featherfall.
Oh, buddy.
So sorry. You did your best, Dust.
Just kind of looks around.
We made it onto the ground safely. Well done.
Let me mark that spell slot as used. Takes out a little notebook.
We have like some coffee or something for Dust, or some like alcohol. Either one.
Oh, my flask ran out days ago.
I think I technically, my backup generator uses that, but I don't think that you want my used alcohol.
No, your denatured robot alcohol. I don't think so.
I don't think you want that.
You can technically drink kerosene. You shouldn't. You really shouldn't. But you can.
Once Claire,
Wonderful
the bellows
drama.
inside of Claire's chest have stopped inflating and deflating so quickly, she's gonna like pick a little spot in the trail that we have carved, and she's gonna take out several samples of 1, just pure residuum, and 2, residuum infused bone, and like lay them out, and then like kneel in the dirt and watch what happens.
Okay.
She's got like goggles on. She doesn't have eyes, but she's got goggles on.
We've established in the past she uses a magnifier, so...
The residuum starts to take on the color of the dirt.
Ooh.
It kind of becomes this dull, just kind of black-brown Like, you can still tell where they are and stuff like that, but it's just like, bleh.
Are we in an anti-magic field but for residuum? Grown once for yes and twice for no.
She's gonna pull the petals off of the flowers that we landed in and try putting the residuum on that.
God. Let me think. They turn kind of the pretty pastel pink of those flowers.
I cast Detect Magic.
Flashbanged.
Okay. As always, you detect your residuum core, Spicy, Clangley's residuum core, Issa's arm. Have we established that Issa's arm is visible via detect magic, or is it purely mechanical?
It would be, yeah.
Okay.
It's not going to be as strong as residuum because it doesn't use it,
Right.
but it would ping.
The little ping of Issa's arm. Rick's armor is pretty much exclusively steam powered, so that doesn't ping. But there's definitely strong transmutation and hold on a second. I always have to look up what spell.
I'm gonna guess abjuration.
Are you kidding me, D&D Beyond? That is not what I typed.
Never been easier.
I typed 2 separate words and it's just like telekinesis? No. None of that is what I typed. Conjuration. There's definitely some transmutation and transmutation and conjuration. And you would say
I sense? Oh, go ahead.
The conjuration you would say is teleportation based. It's planar shifting based, which is what I tried to type, not telekinesis.
Do I sense anything happening with my own residuum core?
No, because I presume, and you can tell me if I'm wrong, but I presume you do have some sort of like casing around it to protect it from just like leaking and like some interference. You think if something were to open your chest and touch it, maybe it would start to, but you're also like, they're pretty slowly like you're using, your sample sizes are very small. And even so, they're pretty slow to change, to transmute. So
I have to ask this for the sake of playing the game fairly. Yes, my residuum core is protected. What about the residuum that's inlaid in my arms?
Oh, interesting. That is, as I've understood it, that is infused with like, because it's basically your spell book.
Essentially.
So it's already infused with magic, so it's not taking on any different properties.
Okay, interesting. Claire gathers up all of her samples, very carefully places them in separate containers, labels them, notes all her findings, and then goes to rejoin the party.
Claire went to play in the mud and the dirt for like 20, 30 minutes, and now comes back. And acts like nothing is different, I guess.
You think we're not all used to that by now?
Typical.
There's also now like just like a 30-foot section of 30-foot square section of the ship that is pristine. But it's just like the outer hull.
Yeah, all the wires and the gears and stuff just shattered on the inside. Outside's been it's like those suction cup things that pull out dents in cars. Okay. What would you all like to do?
I mean, Issabel would continue just, here's our list of supplies, here's a list of what's wrong with the ship, here's a list of what's completely broken, here's a list of what I can salvage out of it that might be useful later.
Rick's like, don't you just wish once you didn't have to list what was wrong with the ship?
For once I wish I could list what was right with the ship. It would be the shorter list right now.
Gathers his mobility aid back and starts helping Dust unload whatever supplies are left on the ship. Okay, so Issa's making a list. What's everyone else's plan moving forward?
It's essentially just waiting for Issa and everybody else to be ready so that we can head towards the vortex, because I assume that's where we're going next.
That would be the logical conclusion. I mean, Wynne would also be getting supplies ready and get her backpack all set up so she can play survival guide.
Oh, you're gonna have to keep us all alive in the wilderness.
I mean, I figured we would let Rick and Dust stay behind, because I'm pretty sure Dust won't do well in the big vortex, and Rick needs to keep Dust alive.
You can tell, like, Dust loves this idea, and Rick's like, no, take me to the danger vortex, please.
I'm so sorry, Rick.
I just want to go to the chaos hole. Anything but this.
If we had anyone else.
A small goblin climbs out of the wreckage. I've been here the whole time.
Oh,
excellent. That will surely help calm Dust down.
But no, Rick understands. And
please
says
fix our ship.
he'll do his best to start salvaging and fixing the ship, but it's going to be hard when the engine doesn't work. But he'll start going in. Dust starts accounting for all the food before realizing that you all need to take a decent portion of it. He's like, I'm going to be able to survive for months. Oh, weeks.
You also aren't going to be able to eat your anxiety away this time.
Okay.
Before we leave, Claire's gonna run one more experiment, because I have a conjuration spell.
Okay.
She's gonna, like, when there's a lull in Wynn's preparations, she's just gonna pull Wynne over. She's like, okay. And she's gonna, like, mark out a little X in the dirt. And then she's gonna walk 30 feet
following you
towards the vortex.
Okay.
And mark another X in the dirt. She's gonna walk back. She's like, keep your eye on that X. And then she's gonna misty step towards the X to see what happens.
Oh.
You're misty stepping towards.
Yeah, you kind of lost me on that.
The X. And what did you put
It's
in the
a
X again?
conjuration spell, and the weird stuff is happening with conjuration. She wants to see if it's going to do anything weird.
I don't think Claire put anything on the X. I think she's using them to mark distance.
Got it.
Yeah, I'm marking distance.
Okay. So, let me just read. Pull a Misty Step. So a silvery mist surrounds Claire. Normally you just kind of see mist. It's like you literally step into mist and then out of mist. It's like a magic trick. As you step, you hear screams. And you all can see that Claire is basically catapulted. Like, normally, again, you step and you come out 30 feet. Claire just 300 feet, just screams past you all.
Oh, no.
Well,
Okay. Oh, no. Oh, no.
that
Wynne
was the
will
experience.
start running.
Yeah, so Wynne's just standing there by the X, just flies by and just like, yep. Starts, oh crap. Oh no. Running after.
Claire, like when she lands like face down in the dirt, is gonna stand, brush herself off, and then mark an X where she landed.
I love Claire. She's hilarious.
Can I make another Arcana check?
Sure.
My favorite questionably ethical scientist.
Okay, that's really good. That's a 26.
Okay. Yeah, so as before, Residuum has increased. It typically magnifies spells, right? You think that in the presence of whatever this thing is in the distance, teleportation magic, the plane, the space between planes is weak here. It's gossamer. So the place where you Misty Step into and Misty Step out of it's almost like it's moving too fast, I guess, is a way to say it. And all of the screams you heard are the inhabitants of whatever realm you step in and out of panicking because their world is moving too fast.
Okay. Well, fascinating. Good to know. So, Misty Step is a fun little spell now if I need to get 300 feet away
it's
from the
basically
battlefield.
a dimension door that that you have to endure screaming through and maybe time a landing of.
But okay. So yeah, when Wynne catches up to Claire, she's like still a little bit covered in dirt, but she hasn't noticed. She's just writing all of this down.
Did you have a good time, Claire?
Hmm?
Did you have a good time?
Nose first in her notes. She's fine.
Okay.
It didn't occur to me to have a good time when I was doing that. Maybe when I try again.
Yeah.
Fun is never the first thing on Claire's mind. She has to physically try.
Okay. Anything else before we wrap up? It's about 9:30. No? Okay. We'll pick up there, starting to march towards the chaos funnel.
Yep.
Next time, outros and plugs. Hold on.
Oh, bot.
Thank you, Soup.
Best Soup.
Outros and plugs. Dan.
Hi there, I'm Dan. You can catch my face on. I gotta get a webcam. I really gotta get a webcam. I forgot that this computer didn't have one.
I am shocked it does not have one.
That's weird.
Yeah, no, I did. It's like I didn't even register when I was buying it, which is weird. But look, it's a good computer. I just sold a webcam. Anyways, I hope y'all have a lovely time, and I'm sleepy and stuff.
Liz. I said
Hey.
Wynne. That's not right.
Yep, I'm still Liz. Good to be back. Probably should try to actually use my Twitch account so I don't get weird ads again. Haven't used it for like 8 months.
Whoops.
Mira.
Hi, it's good to be back. It's good to be playing Claire again. I missed her. She's so great. She's so good. Fun Pompeian archaeological fact of the day, because we're back to doing this now. They recently discovered a body on the outskirts of the city in the tombs that line the roads leading in and out of the Pompeian city walls. They recently discovered the most well-preserved interned body that they've ever found. Most of the bodies that we find in Pompeii died during the eruption, but this one died before. And it's remarkable because the Romans often cremated their dead, so we very rarely have full body burials. And so right now they are uncovering his tomb. They are performing DNA tests on him, preserving him. You should look up pictures of it. It's fascinating, especially because they found an urn in the tomb. They found an urn and they found a body, and they think multiple people preserved through different entombment methods, which is fascinating. And they think he was either Greek or had an obsession with Greek culture because this was the way the Greek buried their dead. So this is a fairly recent discovery, but it's fascinating. Look it up, love it. Get a library card, go visit your local library. I've devoured 4 books from my local library, and I have a hold that just came in today, so I'm ready to go back. Local libraries are great. You get books for free, and they often have other resources as well. So go to your local library.
And L.
Hi, I'm Ellipsis. That's kind of it. It's just really exciting to me to be able to say that.
Mazel tov.
Hi, everybody. So our man 1 is Rex Tyler, right? Takes a pill, gets super strength, night vision, the ability to survive underwater. Normal things.
He was in Legends of Tomorrow.
Really?
Marty, when we
Yeah.
Okay, he's like classically a Justice Society member. Our
Yeah.
man 2 is Rex Tyler. That's Rick's son. He can see an hour into the future in addition to taking a pill that gives him super strength. Our man 3 is an android from the 853rd century who can control time itself. So, very, very, very cool that the first 2 can
It's a
take
hell
a
of a
pill.
power scale.
So, very normal stuff. The Justice Society has a bunch of people who are pretty good at punching you, and then also the Spectre, who's literally God's vengeance. So, it's a great team. They're one of my faves. That's it, everybody. We'll be back next week with Shattered Kingdoms. Have a good night.
Good night.